Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Tutorials for Teachers. Today's resource that we're going to talk about is Padlet. And this is a great tool to use in the classroom because it gets students responding to questions or ideas. And once they post inside of Padlet, they can go and respond to other students by liking, giving a thumbs up, or leaving comments on others' posts. So this is a great tool to use in the classroom to get students interacting with each other and to brainstorm on ideas. If that sounds interesting, let's go ahead and hop into it. Welcome to Padlet. This is the dashboard that will come up when you log in or sign up. It's very simple, easy to use. This shouldn't go too long. Let's just start by going up here. Obviously, this is what you click when you want to make a Padlet. This is how you join someone else's Padlet. If you're a student and you want to join Padlet, this is the button you use. This is a gallery where you can look at other Padlets that are on the Padlet foundation, and you can go through those. I'll show you some of them and look through different Padlets that are in the gallery. If we go back to the dashboard, lastly, you can upgrade. I am on the free version, so there's a few limitations that I'll show you in a minute, but you can always upgrade and get the premium, and sometimes they have offers for schools, or your school might have the upgrade available for you. If we go over here, I'm currently on the Recents tab, and so anything that I viewed or I've made will show up here on the Recents tab. These are only the ones that I've made. These are the ones that someone else has shared with me. And so if I get an email with a Padlet sent to me, those will show up here if I accept them. These are ones that I've liked. If I go through the gallery, I could like Padlets just so that I can save them for later. And those will show up under this tab. And finally, we have archived. You can archive some of them just to make sure you save them for a lot longer. And then you won't have quite as many as if you just like them. So you could like as many as you want. And then what I would do is probably archive only the ones that I know I want to use or the ones I want to go back to. Finally, this folder feature is a premium feature. So if I click on this, it'll show you some of the stuff you'll get if you upgrade to the Pro. You can have unlimited Padlets. Mine is limited to 3 of them, but you can always, once you're done using a specific Padlet, you can delete it and then it'll open up another one for you. It'll allow you to add in bigger files to your Padlets. There's some more support, domain mapping, and finally, you can also organize. So right now I can't organize the Padlets I've made into folders because I don't have premium. But if you upgrade, you can make folders. So this is kind of what's included in that. You could try it out for a week before you want to pay for it, or your school might have this option for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a Padlet. So if I go on here, I can start with any of these. And basically, the picture is how they're going to organize your Padlet posts. So let's say you want to make a timeline in a history class. I'll show you a preview. As your students add them, it'll add it in a line. And then here, I'll go ahead and select this one to start making it. Close that. But so if I go ahead and add something, blah, 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 then I can add stuff to the left or to the right, and I can also slide this. So let's say we add something here. Then I can drag these back and forth, and so I can create this timeline, and then I can also change the background, which I'll get into if I go and make a different one. Let's go back. Okay, so basically these are all the ones that you have available for you. You can have them kind of flow like a social media stream. You can have it scattered and then have the students draw arrows to the things that connect in content. You can have a wall, so this is just going to organize it kind of like brick-like and just post it on there in this tight, well-packed formation. You can also do a grid, which is this. There's a lot of different options that you can go through and mess around with. The ones I like personally the best are the wall, canvas, and then I like this timeline for a history class just to be able to do that. I think that's a really cool. But I'm going to go ahead and just do the wall just because it's kind of actually. Let's go ahead and do canvas just because it'll show you some of the features. And so when we go in, the first time I could just close this because I wasn't too worried. I was just showing you the timeline. But we can change the name of it. And so I'll just do tutorial. You can make a description for it. The icon, you can just put an icon with your Padlet. When people are looking at it, they'll see this icon. And then you can also change, well, this is the address. So when you share it with people, you can do this and then have this at the end. So this is the actual link that they'll go to when you share it with them. If you keep scrolling down, you can go to wallpaper. So right now you see is the grass, but if I click on here, let's change it to linen. So that's a different background, but you have a lot of different options for backgrounds. And you can also add your own wallpaper with pictures from your computer. You can also change the color scheme to dark mode and light mode. This will change when you actually post them. So if I post it with the light theme, then it'll all be white posts. But if I do the dark theme, then it'll be black posts. So that you might want to change that depending on what you choose as your background. So if you have a super light background, you might want to do a dark theme post. And if you have a really dark background like I do, you might want to do a light theme post. Then you can also change the fonts. I personally like this one or this one, but you can choose whichever one you want. And then this is going to display the author name. What I like is that you can change this, because sometimes you don't want students' posts to have their name on it because it might be something personal, or you don't want to call someone out for this. So you can turn that off or on. You can also turn on comments. And so when a student posts, you could have them post one thing and then comment on two other people's. You can also do reactions. And so this allows you to you can vote on different Padlets. And so you could post something as the teacher and then have all your students vote whether they agree or disagree. But you have all these different reactions that you can turn on, but you can only pick one of them. So you can't do like and vote. So you can only pick one of those. But you can pick one of those reactions. I'll keep like for now. And then this is requiring approval. And so as the students post something, you can choose whether or not, okay, that's fine to post or not. And then this is just going to replace bad words with emojis. You can turn that on if you want. If we hit next, then we can go ahead and start posting. And so when you share this with students, what I would probably do is change the title to be a question or a prompt or something, or you could also post your questions up at the top and then have students just add theirs. They can move it around, they can add files, they can upload stuff from their computer and Google stuff. There's a lot of options for them. All of these are the options. You can upload stuff from your computer, get a link to like a YouTube video. You can search Google for different things, and you have all these options as the teacher and the students when they're posting on a Padlet. But those are basically all the features within this. We can, if this isn't your Padlet, you can go in and you can like the entire Padlet. You can remake it, so just copy this entire Padlet and redo it. If you have two classes where you want to do the same Padlet, but you want two separate ones so they don't have the same responses, you can remake it, and you can also share it. And so you can change all of these options in once you go into share it. You can also add members, and so if you want people to be able to edit it or just add people individually, you can do that, or you can copy the link. There's also QR codes, embeds. There's a lot of options to sharing it, but that's what I would do, is just share it with the students, have them go onto the link, and then they'll be able to post their responses to whatever your question is or whatever the prompt is. If we go into some of the settings, these are the ones we saw at the beginning, so I won't go through those again because they're the exact same. And then finally, just kind of all in one, what to do. So you have the you can remake. So this is basically all your options and features all within one menu, where you can delete it, clear all posts. So you have all these different options. I won't go into each one because they're pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, that is basically it for Padlet. This is a great tool for getting students' responses in real time and just having them brainstorm different ideas. It's kind of like an open question type of thing in a Nearpod, but it allows students to give their own posts and then go in and respond to other students. And it's a great way to get interactions between those. And that's basically it for this video. If you enjoyed this or thought it was interesting, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, just let me know below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.